Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling. I am BrendenPlayz. This is TNA, and today we have Sacrifice 2007. Looking forward to this one. Sacrifice should be a good one. We have some big matches planned. Obviously, the Super X Cup Championship match between Jeff Hardy, Muhammad Hassan, Goldberg, Abyss, and plenty more. The big tag match as well. So lots to look forward to. Now, we had another week's worth of shows. We'll get into that before we cover some of the other news and tidbits. So we had, before that we had the Impact show. We had Chris Jericho beat James Storm, 90 rated. We also saw Low Key beat Chavo, AJ Styles beat Chris Sabin, blah, blah, blah. That was the week before. The one that you didn't see though, 93 rated. We had Chris Jericho and Christian. I figured, because this tag team run between Jericho and Christian is going to end pretty soon, let's capitalize on it and let's have as many big matches as we can for these championships. So we put the titles on the line against Team 3D. One last chance for Team 3D to win the championships. They failed. 99 rated. 3 matches between these 3 teams. 97, 99, 99. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really, really damn good. It's another terrific match, another classic between those 2 teams, 99 rated, and another great way, another excuse, I suppose, to have those teams battle it out. Bobby Roode beat Matt Morgan, which is a bit of an upset. We kept Matt Morgan strong. We gave Bobby Roode a big win, a huge win, really. You're beating a much better man of Matt Morgan. It was a bit of a surprise win for Bobby Roode. He gained a bit of popularity out of it as well. Matt Morgan didn't really lose any because we kept him strong. So a win for Roode, no real loss for Matt Morgan. Low Key beat Paul London to advance to the next round of the Super X Cup. And Insane Asylum, they beat Marufuji and Kenta. Melina beat Molly Holly as well. And Roddy Piper opened the shop and told Jeff Hardy it's his last chance for the championship. It's all or nothing. For Explosion, we had AJ versus Homicide, only 81. Now, I actually wanted this to be on Impact, but I kind of forgot to do it. And I went, oh crap, I kind of need to do this on Explosion. I knew the Explosion match was not going to be as good. Obviously, it's a B show, commentary is a bit poor. They may not be trying as much because it's a B show. A lot of external factors play into it. 81 is still good. I'm happy with that. But Homicide and AJ Styles, that's the type of match that could hit the 90s pretty comfortably. And I think AJ had like a 95 rated performance, Homicide 80 or something big, so it could have been a lot better. Nakamura beat Petey Williams. Kenta actually defeated Kevin Thorne. Now, I actually haven't checked the results between these two. We gave Kenta a victory, which is rare. I did this because obviously Bobby Roode beat Matt Morgan, and I saw that it didn't really affect Matt Morgan, so I figured, let's try and do the same here with Kevin Thorne and Kenta. Let's try and boost up Kenta without sacrificing Kevin Thorne too much. So we went for that. I haven't checked the results of that yet. We'll check that in a moment's time. Christy Hemme, we brought her up for a match, and unbelievable. Unbelievable. Christy Hemme has about 55 popularity, had a 64 rated match performance, which is a lot better than her popularity. Christy Hemme was pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, she's ready. Christy Hemme is ready to move up, absolutely. So we're not going to move her up yet because I think she has some more development that she can still do. I think I'll have a quick look, but yeah, it's very good news. So we gave her a tryout match and she definitely succeeded. Just a quick look at Kenta, and he definitely went up. He definitely went up. So let's take a look at the comparison. About 56 was his popularity, and you can see he's bumped to about 57, 58 with the victory over Kevin Thorne. Kevin Thorne was about 65 and hasn't really gone down. So there you go. So we've probably uncovered a couple things here. Keeping someone strong, yes, it drags the match quality down, but when it comes to mid-carders, let's be honest, you're not relying on your mid-carders to have classics anyways to get your match, your show rating high. So it doesn't really matter. But you can have your mid-carders, take the odd loss here and there against someone a bit lower on the card to boost them up. And it's worked for Kenta, Bobby Roode, up to 66, 67 with a victory over Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan really didn't suffer at all. Still pretty solid, 72. We'll take a quick look to see where he was. And there you go. It's about the same. So there you go. Keeping someone strong whilst they're taking a loss. Now, it helps when their momentum is very positive. If they've got positive momentum and they take a rare loss, it doesn't really matter. So certainly you can get away with that. You can see Matt Morgan, 13 wins, 2 losses. There you go. In his career history, 32 and 24. But you look at his run in TNA in the last couple of years, 18 wins, 7 losses. So he's been treated pretty well. Pretty damn well. So definitely we've uncovered a couple little things here that we need to take into consideration. Some news. Samoa Joe has got in shape. Yes, it's unbelievable to think, but Samoa Joe may have some muscle tone to him. It is astonishing. I can't believe it myself. Kenny Omega is apparently out of shape and flabby, and Samoa Joe is now in shape. Yep. It's unbelievable. Ashley Mazzara, her contract was up. We decided not to get her. I figured because we just signed Lita. We've got Christy Hemme and ODB really on the verge of coming in and doing well. Ashley, the only thing she's got going for her is 63 popularity. Excellent, great. Her in-ring work, though, is really bad. Really bad. Her skills, you can see, low 30s, high 30s, it's on the improve a little bit. She certainly has gotten better. Her psychology was at 1.19. It went up to 35. She's getting better, but do we really want that on our roster? No, not really. So we're going to leave her alone and just kind of go elsewhere. It's much to my surprise, she was actually women's champion for a few months there. So she's had some success in the WWE. She can stay there. Bobby Lashley competed and won his MMA fight. So Lashley was successful. He went to MMA. He's been gone for quite some time now. He's due to come back in 26 days. So he's recovering from his MMA fight right now. Due to come back pretty soon. That's big. But you'll notice his popularity didn't really go up despite the win. 75 is his popularity. You can see it's still around about that. So that's disappointing. I don't think MMA fights really have much of an impact when it comes to popularity. I think it should. Going in a big movie does help. That can often really increase someone's popularity, but going in an MMA fight, not so much. I think, they should probably change that. I don't know. But you also see Lashley, his in-ring skills have not changed at all on that page. Not really there either. So his ring work hasn't really gotten better. Maybe psychology went up a bit. Hasn't really gotten better for quite some time now, which is disappointing because Lashley still has a lot of work to do, a lot of development to do. So him spending all this time away is so much time wasted. So much time wasted where we could have had him continue to develop and get better. But unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. And Rikishi, his contract's up. We gave him a pay-per-appearance deal. He's got less than a month left in his contract now. I don't think we're going to keep him. I don't think there's any point in keeping him. I think we'll just kind of let him go. We brought him in basically to lose to everyone. He started at, 69 popularity. He's bumped down to 59. He's here to lose. Simple as that. He's here to lose. He's lost, he's won 2 matches. He's only won 1 match since coming to TNA. So he's not here to win. He's here to lose. We'll have him put over some more guys. Maybe Kenta might get a victory over him. Marufuji. Maybe even get Matt Sydal a win. I know. Incredible. Jay Lethal. Some of these lower-end guys could take a victory over Rikishi to boost him up because that's what he's here to do. He's at the stage of his career. He's only 41, but he really is struggling. Really is struggling. We have really no real use for him right now. ODB still annoying me. She still wants to move up. She's got to be close. The Boogeyman is gone from the WWE. He's a free agent. The Boogeyman is an absolute free agent, and you could 100% bring him in. Physically, not amazing. He's 42. I mean, he started wrestling when he was 40, which was always going to be an issue. Ring work is not good. Good charisma, good acting. That's really where it stops. Good, okay popularity. Yeah, not for me. I like the Boogeyman, but bringing him into TNA, is there any really is there any real point? No, not really. So that's kind of all the news that's been going on in the last few days. Chris Jericho was injured, but he's healthy again, so he's all good for his match. As I said, Lashley, 26 days till he's back. Wanted to check development, but developmental, but we can't do that yet. We'll wait until after we get Sacrifice done. I just want to add one quick match. Now that it's on my mind, we might add Rikishi to the card and have him lose, because obviously pay-per-views have the biggest swing in popularity. So Rikishi's bayface. Is there anyone we could have that needs a victory? I think looking at it, I would probably say like a Jay Lethal could really use that push, that big win. So we might give Jay Lethal a rare victory, a rare win. Have him dominate Rikishi. So, and we'll stick him. We might even have this one cool the crowd down, just to calm the crowd as well. So we're also trying something different here with this Goldberg match. Now I was going to have Abyss win, but I decided last second to change it to Goldberg winning, just because I feel like if we're going to have Goldberg lose, we might as well save it for Slammiversary. We talked about it last episode, how I'm probably fed up with Goldberg, might release him. But I think if we're going to have him lose, we'll wait till the Slammiversary. But I figured to end this feud, we might go with Abyss's classic Barbed Wire Massacre match, which, you think about it, Goldberg probably won't do any good in it. 51 hardcore, Abyss 75. So I'm kind of thinking it's probably not a good idea to do it, but I just kind of want to switch it up and do something crazy. And because it is called Sacrifice, I feel like Barbed Wire Massacre would be a good gimmick match for the show. And I think when it comes to Abyss, if you're going to end a feud, I feel like you need a gimmick match. So we might go with that. And I tell you what, we might actually keep Abyss strong. I think the match quality won't be amazing anyways. So why sacrifice Abyss? We'll keep him strong and keep him happy. With that being said, I think we're pretty much ready to go. So let's run through the results of Sacrifice. Just kind of have a quick look. Have we covered all our bases? Yes, we've got women on the show. We should be okay. Now this Sacrifice pay-per-view, a lot of it is contender matches, getting ready for Slammiversary, rather than title matches. So we'll see how it goes. So let's take a look. Pre-show, we wanted to see how MVP's traveling, where he's at. MVP 69. Wow. Matt Sydal 70. MVP is really developing well. That's very good signs. And obviously, big plans for MVP when we get him up on the main roster. 99 rated. Of course, you got two of our best teams in the one match. Excellent. Chris Jericho, Christian versus America's Most Wanted. And this is it. America's Most Wanted win the TNA Tag Team Championships. And they won because they cheated. They cheated. Chris Jericho, Christian got screwed. America's Most Wanted win. Christian, 98. Jericho, 100. Harris, 86. James Storm, 89. Huge win. Huge win for them. And after that, we had Christian and Chris Jericho. This is the start of it. This is the start of the turn. Christian's pissed that they lost the tag titles. Jericho tries to calm him down, but Christian ends up shoving Chris Jericho down. Christian is getting pissed. He's not happy. Not happy at all. So that's the start of it. And probably on the next episode of Impact, we'll do the turn. We'll actually go ahead and give Christian the big heel turn on Jericho, which I'm hoping will work well. We had a fatal four-way to determine which knockout will take on Lita. Sorry, not Lita, Melina. Speaking of Lita, we'll get to her in a minute. Melina at Slammiversary. Awesome Kong, Gal Kim, Beth Phoenix, Rebecca Knox. It ended up in a draw. Nobody won. No one won. 71 rated. Awesome Kong 69, which is pretty good for Awesome Kong. Gal Kim 73. Beth Phoenix, the best of the match, 76. She's really improved, Beth Phoenix. Rebecca Knox 69. So to end up in a draw, Lita comes out and she comes out to send a message. She comes out, debuts. Her gimmick rated was great, excellent. So she comes out and basically lets everyone know that she's here and beats down everyone. She comes out throws a few right hands to all the girls, takes them down, and basically says, hey, none of you women won. It's time I'm the one who should be the #1 contender. So, Lita looked good, getting better at her gimmick. She's already got a gimmick rating of great, so she's had a pretty successful debut. Yes, the angle rating only rated 69. That's okay, but that's because the popularity of the women involved isn't great. But Lita herself looked really good, which is very, very promising. Lita then afterwards cut a promo on Melina, hyping up a match between the two. She wants a match against Melina. So 77, so not a bad promo there. Wow. AJ Styles, low kick. Super X Cup final. AJ Styles beats low kick. Beats him. 99 rated. 299s on the one freaking show. And I guarantee the main event is not going to be this good. Oh my god. We've never done this before. 299s on one freaking show. AJ 99, low key 91. Wow. I think I made this match a... let's have a look. What type of match? I made this match a steal the show. So a type of match where they're trying their absolute hardest to have the best possible match they can, and by God did they do that. I think they did that pretty well. 99. There you go. I don't know what else to say. Fantastic. Fantastic. AJ wins the Super X Cup. So AJ is now the #1 contender to take on Alex Shelley at Slammiversary, which I think is a match that should happen. It is the right match. AJ is the best man in the X Division, apart from Alex Shelley. You know, Fallen Angel too, but I think we've already done the Fallen Angel stuff. AJ Styles is a perfect opponent. I think they'll have a great, great match. Then we had Alex Shelley comes out, because I think we had Shelley on commentary. Shelley leaves the commentary desk, comes out, and lays out AJ Styles to start that off. Then we had a 10-man battle royal to determine who's going to take on Matt Morgan at Slammiversary for the Global Championship. And it was actually Nakamura getting the victory. This is going to piss a few of our talent off, because obviously Nakamura pretty low down the food chain. To get this type of victory is risky, but we went for it because, well, we'd like to really put Nakamura over big. And this is an easy way to do it. Scott Steiner, we put him in the match for something to do. Yes, he'll probably lose the most popularity if there is popularity to be lost. But we made him be the final elimination. He also got the most elimination, so we've kept Scotty looking good. Test, Kevin Thorne, and Scott Steiner were the final 4 alongside Nakamura. And 79 rated, which is pretty good for a Battle Royal. You'll take that. Rude, Kazarian, Tanahashi, Thorne, Brown, Rhino, Truth, Steiner, Nakamura, and Test were all in the 10-man match. We had a video hyping up Goldberg in a bit. Now, actually, on this pay-per-view, we had a lot of spare time left over. This is probably the first actual 3-hour pay-per-view we've ever done. Normally we do 4 hours, but on this occasion we had a lot of spare time because we're probably maybe missing a match or two that we normally would have as for pay-per-view matches. I guess, you know, Fallen Angel, for example, didn't make the pay-per-view. A-Train, Sting, Jeff Jarrett. There's a few of our bigger names that weren't featured on today's pay-per-view that normally would be, so I guess that's kind of where we're missing. So we went with the barbed wire match. I don't think this is going to be any good, but we went for it. Something different, a gimmicky match to end the feud. Why not? 80. Okay, there you go. That's pretty good. Abyss, 97. He had a good night out. Goldberg, 78. That's pretty good for Goldberg. 78. Abyss took a stunt bump, so Abyss took a big bump. We made him do that. We figured it's a barbed wire massacre match. Abyss is going to do something big, so maybe Abyss took a jackhammer on thumbtacks. Let's say he did that. Something ridiculous like that. And, you know, barbed wire massacre. Goldberg would never do it, but hey, it's a video game. We can do what we want. But yeah, there you go. Goldberg wins. Abyss has a gimmick that's getting stale, so we need to freshen up Abyss's gimmick. That's a priority. Goldberg was getting tired towards the end. It was a 15-minute match, so we stretched out Goldberg to his absolute limits. To get 80 is pretty good. Goldberg 78, Abyss 97. So that actually could have been around the 85-90 mark. Honestly, with a business good performance, that could have been a lot better. Penalized for stamina and the pressure of trying to go all out, so he kind of let us down there. Goldberg penalized for poor selling, stamina, declining physical ability, so a lot of things. And penalized for high content risk. Well, there you go. So penalized because our crowd didn't want to see this type of dangerous match. Fair enough, I guess. Hardcore match doesn't pay no strengths. Well, Goldberg, I don't think you have any strengths, but okay. We had a interview from Muhammad Hassan hyping up his match against Jeff Hardy. Oh yeah, this is the Rikishi match we shoved in here. Rikishi and Jay Lethal 56. Jay Lethal 71. There you go. This match brought the fans back down a little bit, which is what we wanted. Hopefully this will help the main event. We got Muhammad Hassan making a special entrance, 87. We had 2 epic matches on this card. For the love of God, please make this match in the 90s at least. If we get this match in the 90s, we are going to have one of our best shows ever. Please. Please. It is. 84. 84. Well, Jeff Hardy has a gimmick that's getting stale. Okay. Little drama or flow to it as nobody has the ring psychology to take control properly. That's their issue. But here's the thing. Jeff Hardy, 93. Muhammad Hassan, 96. And to get an 84, that kills me. It kills me. Like, honestly, we have such good performances from these guys, but they just can't deliver. This is 2 of our best guys in the company. It's just a lack of psychology is really hurting them. It's frustrating. Muhammad Hassan makes it his 7th title defense for the world title. I'm surprised he's got that many. That's pretty good. And afterwards, Muhammad Hassan celebrated like an arrogant heel would, just kind of going over the top with his celebration. Wow. So that match brought the pay-per-view down to 87. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I like to have the world title main event. I know you're probably thinking, why didn't you have the tag title main event? You 100% knew this tag title match was going to be off the change, and I knew, yeah. But to me, no matter what, unless it's a super match like 2 guys in the company that are so popular, way more popular than the world title, you have to have the world title main event. It's just what you do, and the challenge is just making the world title match better. But we just couldn't quite get the best out of Muhammad Hassan and Jeff Hardy, no matter what we tried to do. And it's frustrating because we've seen the 2 of them have such a good match on Impact. They had a 90-something rated match, high 90s. We've seen it, but they just couldn't quite deliver it on the big stage. I don't know, man. We're trying. I don't think it's Hassan's fault. I don't think it's Jeff Hardy's fault. I just think those 2 don't have the ability. They just don't click. Don't have the ability to put on a classic. They need a different opponent. They're just not the right opponents for each other. Luckily for us, it's not one of our major pay-per-views. It's still an important show, but it's not the end of the world. In saying that, Slammiversary though will need to be better. We are going to have to step up and make sure Slammiversary is epic, and that's the plan now. That's our next step. 0.51 buy rate for Sacrifice. Nakamura is a star of the making, can make us some serious money in the future. Low key. Well, Nakamura, 60 popularity. I don't think he went up any popularity by winning. No, that's odd. He beat everyone in the match, had more popularity than him, yet he didn't go up any popularity. Now, the guys like Scott Steiner go down? I don't know. I would say probably not. Yeah, no, not really. So, Scott Steiner didn't. About Rhino? No, I don't think so. Monty Brown? No, so I guess the fact that it was not a pinfall victory was the reason, maybe? But, yeah, there you go. Jay Lethal up to 51. I think he was 49, so a couple of points up there for Jay Lethal, which is much needed. After he beat Rikishi, who's dropped down to 53. Oh my god. Alright, so Jay Lethal didn't go up that much, but Rikishi certainly went down. Okay, there you go. So a couple of people need a gimmick tweaker. So Biss needs a tweak. Ooh, we can't tweak it anymore. We're going to have to change Abyss's gimmick. Ooh, that could be dangerous. Abyss has already got a very good rating for his gimmick. We don't want to give him a bad one. He's doing so well. But you kind of have to if his gimmick is stale. Oh, and Jeff Hardy's as well. Oh my, we're going to have to change a couple of gimmicks here. Jeff Hardy's popularity is up to the mid-80s, which I think is an improvement. I think he was, you know, oh, okay, he was around about that, but you can see he's had a real definite growth since working with Muhammad Hassan. So the matches might not have been great, but he's had big improvement. And here's the match. Last year in September, Muhammad Hassan beat Jeff Hardy. I think that was a part of the Bound for Glory series. I could be wrong. But 97 rated. So he's had a great match with Hassan in the past. Just couldn't deliver it again on this occasion, which is so disappointing. AJ Styles, he's really doing well, AJ. He could really hit the 90s at some point, which would be a tremendous achievement. Low key, he bumped up an extra point despite the loss. Lita, did she go up? I feel like she may have. No, maybe not. Maybe a couple points in a couple regions, because she hit a 75 in one region, so maybe not. But just check other people as well. Who else had big nights? So Nakamura, I don't know why he didn't go up. That's really astonishing. I don't get that. What about the new tag team champions? So James Storm, at 77, 78. I think that's kind of where he was. Chris Harris, he's gone up a little bit. Did our former champions go down? Oh yeah, they did. Christian's gone down. Jericho has definitely gone down. So Storm and Harris have gone up slightly, I would say. 77. What was he before? 75, 73. Okay, so that's good news. So it's not ideal to have two of your top guys go down in popularity, but the reason why we did it is because obviously Chris Jericho and Christian are so good. When they work together, it's magic. So they're going to get their popularity back naturally. Whereas James Storm and Chris Harris are very good, but just don't have that charisma to get their popularity back through those angles and those promos. So they need to win to get their popularity up. Whereas Jericho and Christian, as we've seen over the last number of months, they're not having that many matches, but they're getting popularity just because of how good they are on the mic. Those segments they're having are excellent, and they'll keep on getting better and better and better just from the interactions on the mic. So they don't necessarily need to win all the time to get popularity up. Christian has had 17 segments for his heel turn, so it's been a while in the making. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just trying to check if there's anyone else to really take a look at. I don't really think so. But overall, it could have been a lot better. Sacrifice. It could have been. It probably should have been a lot better as well. Disappointing, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. I think we've got to end this Jeff Hardy and Muhammad Hassan thing. We will end it. Now we have to take a look at the King of the Mountain match. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It could be. Apologies if I'm getting that wrong right now. We have to look at that matchup for Slammiversary. Do we want to have the championship involved in that, or do we want to have something different? What do we do with Goldberg now? Let's have a look at Goldberg and Abyss. Abyss didn't really change. Goldberg, wow. So Goldberg's gone up from 88 to 90. So Goldberg has gone up. Abyss has basically stayed the same. Maybe a slight bump down, but not much. Goldberg's gone up though. So the victory for Goldberg's worked well. But now the question is, what do you do with Goldberg? Do you go with Goldberg and Hassan at the pay-per-view and go with that match and maybe have a one-off match between those two? Have Hassan beat him? You go with a legendary match, Goldberg versus Sting, Steiner, one of those throwback matches. What do you do with Goldberg? That's the question. We have to try and decide that. Obviously, Christian and Chris Jericho will be one of our headline matches. Hassan needs an opponent. We've got the 5-way match for the King of the Mountain Championship. Last year, Christian won it. We don't have to have the title, the world champion involved, I don't believe. It might not be a bad idea if we did. That'll give Hassan a definite match. But we'll have to figure it out. But we could do Hassan and Goldberg. So I'm going to leave it to you guys. Hassan and Goldberg. Would you like to see it? Cody Rhodes, he still wants to move to the main roster. Well, yeah, Cody, I don't think. MVP. MVP's looking pretty good. Let's quick look at his development and where he's currently at. So he had a good in-ring performance, no doubt. MVP, 70 brawl, 35, 52, 65 chain wrestling. So chain wrestling's improved, mat wrestling's improved a little bit, submissions. So his overall game has improved a bit there. Performance-wise, his basics is certainly on the improve. Psychology needs a big improvement and has got a fair bit there. Selling, slight improvement. Stamina, big improvement. His mic skills slightly improved. Charisma's going 88 charisma, 86 mic skills, 83 acting, and 80 star quality. That's a recipe for success right there. You got those stats, no matter what. Even if your in-ring skills aren't amazing, you're very useful in some way, and you will be successful. So that's very, very positive to have. MVP will be very valuable to us in that regard. So I'm looking forward to using MVP. He's not probably ready yet to go, but I mean, if we do clear out our roster a bit, let a few guys go, we could bring up Cody Rhodes, we could bring up MVP, and have a bit of a fresh influx of talent at some point. The question is, who do you let go? Well, there's probably a few names we could probably let go and do something else and let them, go elsewhere. Alex Skipper, for example, maybe Matt Sydal, maybe even Jay Lethal, Petey Williams. There's a few, Sabu, a few names that we're not really doing much anymore. Shannon Moore, that could probably just go away and maybe bring them back later, or don't, not at all, and probably won't really matter if we do or not. So, something to think about anyways. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Atomic Extreme Wrestling. Next time we come to you, the build to Slammiversary begins. Looking forward to it. Let me know if you have any match suggestions for Slammiversary, because I need some. I've got a few in mind, but I think we can, I'll bring it to you guys. Any matches you'd like to see, put them in the comment section down below. I'll take a look. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode. Let's try and hit 100 likes. More likes, more episodes from me. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episodes of TW, whether it be this, my streaming, or even my other series like Universe Mo, my podcast, whatever. Hit the notification bell. You'll never miss a video from me because the subscription doesn't always work. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you next episode.